A cocktail is not merely a drink. We plan to show you how they're made, as well as getting you acquainted with the tales that have fashioned the art and history of cocktails. It's difficult to consistently succeed in today's stressful world of business, but those who do get rewarded in a big way. A sensible wardrobe, a good taste in what you possess and in what you make use of, keeps you a cut above the rest. Not too fancy but classy tastes which even apply for the drink you have. The old-fashioned, a cocktail created for a retired colonel in Kentucky, makes perfect sense with its flawless mixture of bourbon and bitters presented with big chunks of ice in a solid tumbler. The ultimate symbol of distinction for drinking at any place, the chairman's boardroom or the gentleman's club. So let's head to our bar where we'll learn how to prepare this classic cocktail, the old-fashioned. We'll be needing brown sugar, bourbon and Angostura bitters. We start by placing the bitters on the browned sugar lump and filling the old-fashioned glass with the results. The glass derives its name from the cocktail it holds, and then with the help of the dull edge of the bar spoon, completely break down the bitters soaked sugar cube. Pour 2.5 shots of the finest bourbon. After that, put a splatter right into the glass. This cocktail is created in turns in the glass instead of in the shaker, so one by one we put cubes of ice, mixing constantly so that the blend rubs its flavour onto the ice, and in exchange the ice helps to even the bourbon's intensity as it's slowly added. To wrap up, nothing complicated, only a simple slice of orange zest with any extra pith taken out. Squeeze it over the glass to give out the citrus oil, sop it in the cocktail, and rub the rim with the luscious taste of the orange zest and liquor. Twirl and let the glass be. Then one last stir to finish. And here you are. That's the old-fashioned. Let's go over those ingredients once again. 3 shots of Angostura bitters, a cube of brown sugar, 2.5 dashes of bourbon, and lots of solid ice. The old-fashioned, a fine blend for the elite businessmen who value their pleasures. A cocktail is not merely a drink. We plan to show you how they're made, as well as getting you acquainted with the tales that have fashioned the art and history of cocktails. From ancient times, the Aztecs had been distilling different types of plants into a special indigenous liquor called pulque. When the Spanish conquerors came to the Mexican town of Tequila with their understanding of distillation, the natives applied that knowledge to a plant that prevailed extensively in their region, the blue agave plant. And from this, tequila was created. Tequila doesn't actually possess any healing or hallucinatory qualities, but the natives claim that if you sip on a caballito every day, it will turn you into a cheerful individual. Let's learn how to prepare the first cocktail made of tequila, the Vampiro. We'll be needing tequila, tomato juice, orange juice, Worcestershire sauce, honey, onion, red chili, and fresh lemon. The piquant blend of all the ingredients needs to be placed in the Boston glass, all set to prepare this interesting cocktail that is the Mexican national drink. After all the ingredients are in, put ice in the glass in which the drink would be served, plus in your mixture. Shake it briskly to blend the flavours together. Now splash the mixture over the ice and put a sliver of lemon and a sliver of chili for garnish. And here is the Vampiro. Now let's go over those ingredients once more. That's tequila, 2 shots, tomato juice, 3 shots, orange juice, 1.5 shots, clear honey, 1 teaspoon, full, juice of half a lemon, onion, half a piece, red hot chili, a few fine pieces, some drops of Worcestershire sauce, and add salt for taste. Now turning to a more famous tequila cocktail, the margarita. We'll be needing tequila, orange liqueur, and fresh lemon juice. We begin by rubbing salt on the edge of the glass. First, gently smearing the edge with a lemon, then the salt will stick to the glass. Dole out the remaining ingredients in a blending glass and put ice, all set for shaking. Shake it vigorously so that the mixture cools and mixes the tequila and the citrus. Now pour into the salt-bordered glass. The strainer stops any pieces of ice from slipping into the drink. Add a slice of lemon to the glass for garnish. And here's the margarita. Let's go over those ingredients again. That's tequila, 2 shots, orange liqueur, 1 shot, a dash of freshly squeezed lemon juice, plus some salt, and 1 lemon. From early civilizations to present-day Mexico, 2 cocktails highlighting the phenomenon known as tequila. A cocktail is not merely a drink. We plan to show you how they're made, as well as getting you acquainted with the tales that have fashioned the art and history of cocktails. No occasion or celebration is complete without champagne. Prepared in the northeastern part of France with the same name, only wines prepared here can in fact be called champagne. The quality of the drink is shaped in the second phase of fermentation in the bottle, with the inclusion of yeast and sugar producing the carbon dioxide bubbles. The emperor of sparkling drinks has been put into various spirits to produce mixtures to amaze and charm any taste. Be it a wedding ceremony, an anniversary, or ushering in the new year, champagne is certainly the preferred drink. Now let's learn from our bartender how to prepare the first of our spirited delights, the champagne cocktail. To make this cocktail we require cognac, champagne, brown sugar and Angostura bitters. Start by pouring the bitters on top of a brown sugar cube and lay it in a champagne flute. Add the cognac directly on top of the sugar cube. Then complete it with champagne, which forms the main part of the cocktail. So easy and so great. And there you are. The champagne cocktail is here. Now let's have a quick recap of those ingredients. That's a single brown sugar cube, 3 drops of Angostura bitters, 1 shot of cognac, and champagne. Now we'll discover the way to make another champagne-based cocktail, the Russian punch. We need vodka, raspberry liqueur, raspberry puree, fresh lime juice, fresh raspberries, and champagne. First choose your raspberries and mix them up in the highball glass. Next up, pour the raspberry puree and put ice in the glass, pouring the raspberry liqueur. Next comes the vodka, trailed closely by the fresh lime. Blend it all together with the bar spoon before picking up a bottle of champagne and filling up the glass. Top it off with a raspberry and a spray of mint. And there you are. That's the Russian punch. Let's sum up those ingredients. That's 5 freshly picked raspberries, half a shot of raspberry puree, 1 shot of raspberry liqueur, 2 shots of vodka, half a shot of fresh lime juice, and champagne. 2 superb cocktails using the choice of every party: champagne. A cocktail is not merely a drink. We plan to show you how they're made, as well as getting you acquainted with the tales that have fashioned the art and history of cocktails. In this sleepless city, it's crucial to be known in the right circle, part of the right group, and last but never least, seen with a glass of the right drink. After being introduced in the latter part of the 80s, the Cosmopolitan has seen a revival after being made fashionable by the way of life projected in the successful TV show Sex and the City, which showed the invigorating drink as a classy choice. Everything chic in the city of New York has now been coupled with this cocktail. Let's learn from our bartender the art of making this stylish mix, the Cosmopolitan. We'll need lemon vodka, orange liqueur, fresh lime juice, along with orange bitters and cranberry juice. We start by determining the amount of every ingredient and pouring them into a Boston glass. Shaped conically, the Boston glass is pretty bulky. Paired with a Boston tin, it becomes a professional bartender's shaker. After having added the lemon vodka, plus the orange liqueur and the lemon juice, we pour the orange bitters and the essential cranberry juice. An ample amount of ice is now added to the drink so that the ingredients get cooled. Placed on the shaker's other half, it's time to shake that mix strongly. Apart from cooling the cocktail, this also dilutes the ingredients in the precise amounts. Time has come to strain the concoction into the cold martini glass. This stops ice getting into the drink. For garnish, we take an orange and a slice of a piece of zest, getting rid of any surplus pith. To add more taste, the zest is flamed over the drink and rubbed around the rim. And there you have the Cosmopolitan. Now let's go over the ingredients once more. 1.5 shots of lemon vodka, added to an orange liqueur shot. Further, we need fresh and squeezed lime juice, 3 dashes of orange bitters, plus cranberry juice in 1.5 shots. And don't forget orange zest needed for garnish. And that's how you end up with an elegant and chic drink, popular in the city of New York. A cocktail is not merely a drink. We plan to show you how they're made, as well as getting you acquainted with the tales that have fashioned the art and history of cocktails. An indigenous African fruit, the watermelon was consumed in Egypt much before 2000 BC. Imported to America by slave traders in the early part of the 17th century, it's become well known as a cherished fruit and is now used in a graceful though simple cocktail, the watermelon martini. The martini glass gets its title from the drink it serves, and it's globally accepted that the glass should contain only 20 centilitres or less, as the liquor would heat up too fast in the time it takes to drink. Celebrities went gaga over the watermelon martini after sipping it at the Cannes Film Festival, where it found fame as one of the trendiest and in vogue cocktails. Now let's visit our bar to learn how to prepare this invigorating cocktail, the watermelon martini. To come up with this drink, we need vodka, sugar syrup, and a watermelon. The first step is getting the watermelon ready. Cut a thin slice and divide into tiny wedges. Put these into the shaker's glass half. Now, with your bar spoon, mash up the fruit with the blunt end. Just like its name reveals, the major part of melon contains water anyway, so it should dilute till it's nearly liquid. Add the sugar syrup and perform a vigorous mix. Then a generous pour of vodka. Prepare this at home if you think you can. Watermelon once more, this time to garnish. An easy yet graceful slice on the edge of the glass. Top up the mixing glass with lots of ice to cool it. Put the lid on the shaker, seal it with a firm tap. A fine shake, as with nearly all cocktails, around 20 seconds should see the job done. A sifter helps to do away with the melon seeds and other debris that may leak into the drink, which should appear pink and absolutely smooth. And there you go. Say hello to the watermelon martini. Now let's run over those ingredients once again. Ripe watermelon, a half shot of sugar syrup, 2 vodka shots, and a watermelon piece to garnish. Cool, sharp, simple and wholesome looking, the drink that's seamlessly entwined with a graceful way of life.